Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. We've heard your grab about your concerns about the conditions, but they looked extraordinarily difficult. Are there any concerns, in terms of guys rehabbing from that and not being affected by it through a significant part of the rest of the pre-season?
Oh, look, the next 48 hours and immediately post game is always really, really important when you're playing in. I think when the ball was bounced, it was about 38 degrees yesterday. So the next 48 hours is pretty critical. But we've got a Sunday game this week, so a really good opportunity to make sure the recovery's spot on today and tomorrow. So they'll be fine, but it is something you need to be pretty careful about.
Hey, Scotty, can you see... good morning to you, by the way. Can you see a time this year where you'd be able to play Trent Dennis-Lane and Terry Malera and also Ahmed Saad and also Stevie Milne in the same forward line at the same time?
Quite possibly. Certainly, you could have the four in the same team. So maybe rotating through, but that's sort of a different look in many aspects, and hopefully it's one that poses defenders a few headaches at times. So they all showed really good signs yesterday. I thought Trent Dennis-Lane, and really his sort of first game for the club, also showed some real positives. And Milne's Milne. He looks ageless at the moment. And Saad and Malera are really showing the benefits of the second pre-season. They all look in good touch.
I reckon it could be an ace up your sleeve. I reckon it does look really dangerous. I mean, obviously you need to have some real flow in your play to get it there reasonably quickly, but it would have defenders really jumpy to have those four there at all at the same time.
I think what we're trying to really work on with them, we know offensively what they bring to the table, but you look at Ahmed Saad and Terry yesterday, their forward line pressure was very good in the first game. I thought Saadi was terrific in that area. So if we can get them all buying into that, that's going to be real positive for us.
Talking to Scott Waters, the coach of St Kilda. Scott, we're all looking for little signs of why teams might be a bit different or a bit better this year than last. Tom Hickey was pretty impressive, particularly his work palming the footy to the little blokes at his feet. How impressive has he been since he arrived at the club?
Look, he's been very good. He's fitted in very well. He's probably one of those players so far that I'm not going to say he's not a great trainer. He's an okay trainer, but certainly once we got into match scenario work, and even on the weekend, he is a real game player. He knows his way around the footy field instinctually very well. Took some really good marks yesterday. I think you're right about his palming. I don't think we fully capitalised on that yesterday, but that relationship will be built with the midfield. But just takes a lot of pressure off Ben McAvoy as well. So he's been a welcome addition.
Can he play forward? We didn't get. I don't think we got much of an opportunity to see him yesterday. But can he be thrown forward for 5 and 10 minute periods here and there and sort of pluck a couple for you?
Probably still developing that. He'll get a very good opportunity this week. Our next game to actually spend time forward, and that's Ben as well. We need both those players to be able to bob up and take. If they can take their 2 or 3 catches inside 50 a game, then they warrant spending both of them more game time, and that's really for all ruckman these days. The days of a ruckman just being rested and just rucking is almost gone. So they have to develop that, and we're working pretty hard on it with them.
Scotty, Cozzy played in the second game. What you would have sat down with him during the break, and you would have said, "Okay, this is where I think you're at. This is what I want from you." What are your expectations of him this season?
Look, the expectations are he needs to challenge for a place in the side. Tom Lee's an emerging player. Tom Hickey's going to spend time there, but this doesn't preclude Justin from really challenging and on form, forcing his way into the lineup. That's what every player has that opportunity. So we've got some really good competitiveness amongst our defenders at the moment. And we've also got some great competitiveness with our forwards. So they have to make sure their form's up. That's not just Cozzy, that's every player. And we'll wait and see where that leaves us in round one.
Until the heat got you guys, and must have been hard to back up in that second game against Port Adelaide, how happy were you with what, again, it's an abbreviated version, we understand that, but how happy with what the boys delivered against Adelaide were you?
Oh, we were really pleased, and pleased with our first game, and obviously, Adelaide had some players out. We had a number of players out as well, and I think that's part of what the NAB Cup's all about. But we were very pleased with our first game. I think what the format highlighted over the weekend was, every side that came on fresh, and we saw this over the whole weekend with the triangular format. Every side that came on fresh just pretty much dominated their game. It's almost like you're completing half a marathon, and then another side comes on halfway through your marathon. And that's the real challenge in the NAB Cup format. But again, that puts you under pressure, and it was probably exacerbated when it's 38 degrees as well. So the second game, our young players will still get an enormous amount out of it. We had a lot of younger players in the second game, and under the heat and under the pressure of a fresh side, that's still a good learning curve for them.
Scotty, we appreciate you coming on. Good luck with the next 48 hours, as you said, getting the rehab done properly with these guys. And we wish you all the very best next time you run around. I think it's at Etihad against Sydney on March the 3rd. And, of course, we're looking for members to get on board at the moment. More than 25,000 St Kilda supporters have signed up in 2013. I'm sure your message is get on board. You can go to the Saints website today, join up there, saintsmembership.com.au, or give the club a call, 1300-GO-SAINTS. It's just so vital. Scotty, thanks for joining us, and good luck for the rest of the pre-season.
Good on you. Thanks, boys.